End of time. In the beginning, nobody noticed a thing. Time drifted by, just like any other day, or at least that's what it seemed. The tired looks on faces during morning coffee, meetings that went on forever, and cars cruising down familiar roads. Everything felt normal. But quietly, the world hinted that something was off. One day, folks realized evening crept in earlier than usual. Then came another day when morning seemed to trickle in late. At first, these oddities didn't spark any alarm. Many shrugged it off as a glitch in the clock, maybe just a seasonal oddity. But as days turned into weeks, things started shifting in a strange direction. Time was slowing down significantly. Little things began to shift. When a child tossed a ball into the air, it floated down as if time had paused. The gentle sway of tree branches stopped, and clouds looked still in the sky. Then more noticeable changes occurred. Frozen looks, plastered on people's faces with despair creeping into their hearts, as even their eye movements began to lag. It felt like the world was stuck in mud, trapped in a never-ending nightmare as time slowly slipped away. Plants ceased to grow. Animals became statues. People found themselves waiting endlessly. Yet one group caught on much sooner. Scientists. The truth behind the silent apocalypse. Dr. Ray noticed these signs. Early on, while strolling through the dark halls of his lab, his team at one of the nation's top research centers had been puzzling over this bizarre slowdown of time for months now. Initially, they believed it might be some natural cycle in the universe. Perhaps a cosmic phase. But as time moved on, or rather, stalled, they recognized this wasn't normal at all. This was signaling a collapse of the universe itself. With bloodshot eyes, Dr. Ray glanced again at the reports cluttering his desk. The data screamed one thing: if they didn't act fast, the world would completely freeze in mere weeks. Time was collapsing with no way back. "We need a solution now," Dr. Ray grumbled under his breath. But how? How do we battle against time itself? The answer appeared from an unexpected source. While digging deeper into time distortions, they stumbled upon hints of a parallel dimension. In this realm, time flowed backward and sped ahead without pause. This revelation turned several scientific laws upside down. It became their last glimmer of hope. If they could somehow cross over to that place, maybe they could revive time again. Behind the dimension door, as they wrapped up their plans, the team made their decision clear. Escaping this dying world was their only option left. They stood before a massive, cold metal door that stretched endlessly ahead of them. Dr. Ray inhaled deeply. Behind him lay a collapsing world heading straight for doom. There was no choice but to step into this eerie dimension. When they pushed open the door, bright light spilled forth, a dazzling sight. Nothing would ever be the same again. One team member hesitated for a moment. Despite all efforts to break free from their old reality, they felt tethered to it still. But there was no turning back now. They took that leap forward. At that instant, everything about time shifted entirely. Stepping into this new reality brought an immediate change within them. They felt a rush. Heartbeats raced. Breaths were labored like never before. It was like growing older all at once. Around them, everything buzzed with speed. Plants sprouted and wilted in seconds. The sun zipped across the sky while whole days vanished into mere minutes. Dr. Ray couldn't pause to process it all. Everything flew past too quickly. How could their bodies endure such rapid change? Time here showed no mercy. Within this flipped reality where seconds raced by faster than thought, they aged too rapidly, growing more tired and powerless with each moment. "What do we do now?" questioned one volunteer with fear evident in his eyes. Just then, before Dr. Ray could reply, some people began aging rapidly before him. This flipped timeline gnawed at their lifespans. Like hungry wolves, all those years disappearing. Within mere seconds, skin wrinkled too fast, hair quickly turned gray, bodies weakened as swiftly as they once thrived. As still and cold as the world they tried to flee from was, this new realm felt just as harsh, the breaking point of time. There was no turning back from here. This timeline gone backward engulfed them. With whatever gear he could salvage from his lab, Dr. Ray grappled with stabilizing time or slowing it, down somehow, but every attempt led toward chaos. Each effort pushed reality further out of balance. Then one fateful morning, realization hit hard. They noticed something amiss. Time now zipped by so fast that even feeling seconds seemed impossible. What started slowly spiraled out of control completely. The equilibrium shifted madly out of whack. Time racing backward yanked them toward total collapse. They sensed an implosion rippling through space. In an instant, everything froze within this flipped reality, and time neither moved nor stayed put. In that confusing existence, stripped of meaning altogether, Dr. Ray, along with his team, witnessed dissolution approaching, faster than thought possible. And then, nothingness awaited, dark end. Upon opening their eyes again, the question lingered. How long had they been ensnared? They found themselves caught amidst endless stillness, shrouded within pure white. Nothingness stretching far beyond sight. No sense left of time nor space just remained here. An infinite void stood alone. Neither quick nor slow remained. All existence faded away, the final thoughts lingering within. Dr. Ray's mind didn't ponder what he had succeeded or failed against, but instead drowned out every concern, as nothing else mattered.